Hello, everyone. How are you? And welcome to Success in Stilettos. I am your host, Stephanie Nikolic. Many of you know me as the Millionista mentor and the founder of Success Society, along with StephanieNikolic.com. Also, the Collaborate Conference, which is really what inspired me to create this live entrepreneur talk show that we're going to meet every Monday and Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time live. I'll have a variety of interviewees on here with me, some amazing lady bosses, and I'll also be talking to you about all things success, strategies, and my favorite topic to talk about, which is sales funnels, which I personally find that there's a little resistance to in our industry, although I believe that sales funnels is probably one of the most dynamic and important pieces in building a successful empire. And today I'm just going to go through a run through of really what the concept of the show is about, a little bit about me personally, if you're tuning in for the first time. And I want to make sure that I'm answering anybody's questions that you have in regards to success strategies and sales funnels. I'm checking over here. We do have Periscope on and popping too. So welcome everybody that's here around the world from Periscope. I am Stephanie Nikolic, your host for Success in Stilettos. I will be looking in from time to time to make sure I'm answering all of your questions. But if you want to make sure that you are in the chat box here live with us on a regular basis, you can go to StephanieNikolic.com/success-live and sign up to make sure that you're here with me during every live show. So a little bit about me, just to give you guys a brief intro. I started Success Society. Actually, we are just getting ready to have our year anniversary on December 15th. 2015, 1 year, and we've grown incredibly quick and just evolved and grown in so many ways, both me personally and professionally, but also as a business. And I wish I could tell you that that was always the story behind my success, but it wasn't. It was a long road and many obstacles along the way before I got to where I am today. I had first owned previously a fashion jewelry and accessory company called Accessory Fanatic. I sold the company, gosh, 6 months ago probably now, but I wasn't actively building the company for about a year since I launched Success Society. And I struggled significantly as a business owner. In fact, my first year in business, I was working 16 hours a day, 7 days a week. I was not eating, not sleeping. I had no social life and no love life. Quite frankly, I had no life. I left corporate America with, big dreams to start my own business. And it was easy, right? No, it was not easy at all. But my story has allowed me, and my obstacles that I've been able to overcome have allowed me to fuel the success of my current business. But after my first year in business, about a year and a half ago, I was over $100,000 in debt. I've always been good financially, but I stopped paying attention to the numbers. I did have a bookkeeper. I did get a profit and loss statement monthly, but what good is a profit and loss statement if you simply don't pay attention to it? I am now about January 1st, 2016, I will be out of that debt, which is great news. And I don't say that to brag. I just say that to know that anything is possible. That debt has fueled my success as a business owner. So I made investments in my business regardless of where the money was coming in. I didn't have the money, but I kept believing. I hired a high-dollar mentor to really work with me on the mindset and the money game. He had what I wanted. He was able to help me bridge the gap in my own business between where I was, which is living in scarcity, fear, overwhelm, constant anxiety, because I was so focused on what my current reality was, not what the bigger picture was. He helped me transition out of that, and it was I am forever, forever, forever grateful that this was the case. This is really what, like I said, was able to fuel my success. I believed in myself, though, regardless of where I was. I knew that I was capable of achieving success. And it's the same situation with you. I talk to women all over the world on a regular basis, and the number one difference between the most successful people and those that really are struggling is the belief in yourself. You have the ability here, right now, today, to take action, to take responsibility, and to make a commitment to just keep moving forward, regardless of where you are currently. And that's what, people that are hugely successful, that's what they've done differently. They invested when they didn't necessarily have the money. They believed in themselves. They kept moving forward regardless of what obstacles were laying in front of them. So that can be you. There's no difference between you, me, or the next person. It's just that I decided to play full out. I admitted where I had made some big mistakes, and that's because I wanted to do everything by myself in business. I thought that I had to. I thought in order to have it all, you had to be and do it all. And that's what was truly keeping me small. And keeping me small in my case was over $100,000 in debt. So success in Stilettos was really fueled from the concept of creating the Collaborate conference. We had a phenomenal 3-day live virtual event, September 30th through October 1st. And it was a huge hit. We had women all over the world, and the numbers close to 3,500 register and join us. We had 30 powerhouse lady boss speakers, and my tribe really wanted the momentum to keep going. So I thought, well, what the heck? Let's do a live weekly, 2 times a week, bi-weekly, I should say, I guess, entrepreneur lifestyle show where I can answer all of your questions pertaining to success strategies and sales funnels. So I will actively be taking questions from everybody. I did have a question come into my group, Female Entrepreneurs Collaborate on Facebook, and someone had asked me about what tools I use to really create sales funnels. So I want to talk to you about some tools and resources that have become my go-tos in business that have allowed me time freedom and financial freedom to take my business to the next level. We create our own sales funnels from scratch. If you guys are here today tuning in and you don't know what a sales funnel is basically taking a potential buyer from an entry point into your business through a value-driven opt-in. If you don't know what an opt-in is, it's an opportunity to collect users' information by giving them something of value, okay? This can be a checklist, a PDF download, a resource guide, a live training, a mini series. It can be a variety of things that speaks to your ideal audience, that positions you as the expert, and it's free. It's always free. I say that an opt-in these days is literally your business card because it's your segue into your market. It's the first really point of contact in the relationship building aspect of running a business, okay? Now, so you create a killer opt-in. That's the entry point of your sales funnel, and drive people into that. It could be through conversations you're simply having online with people. It could be, you could run Facebook ads, you could run Twitter ads, you could run Instagram ads, something that speaks to your ideal audience. And opt-in will essentially solve one of their biggest problems. Whatever is keeping them up at night, you need to profile your audience and you need to serve up that solution on a silver platter and position yourself as an expert and make sure that your opt-in is beautifully branded and then send it to them, okay? In exchange for receiving user information. So for example, if you opted in to join the show at stephanienikolich.com/success live, you opted in to me. Essentially, you enrolled in my business and me, right? And so we'll keep the conversation going. We'll give you updates about when the latest shows are airing. Again, that's every Monday and Wednesday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So back to the opt-in. So we have many opt-ins running because we have multiple sales funnels running. Something that's come up that I really wanted to talk about, because I feel like it's just a super hot topic right now online, is that I see a lot of people launching products and services, whatever it may be. Launching takes a lot of time, takes money, and takes team. And if you're a solopreneur joining us here today, or maybe you're at the beginning stages of your business, a launch might be a little bit overwhelming. A sales funnel can actually create momentum and consistency throughout your business. And this is my mentality, that I want to keep my momentum growing every month in business. I don't necessarily want to focus on a launch that works up to something. And maybe you make one big lump sum, right? I've seen $30-something thousand launches. I've seen $100,000 launches talked about online. But what's important to understand is that it actually took a lot of time, a lot of money, and a lot of team to make that happen. Now, if you're just starting out, that can be hugely overwhelming. So creating a successful sales funnel will actually keep the momentum going so that people are coming into the sales funnel every single day, including free leads, and they're going through a process. Maybe it takes 6 to 9 weeks. I'm just coming up on with an example to give you, okay? And you're moving them through a variety of free things in order to get them to pay you something. What we have done in our business is we've committed to never launching again. Maybe this sounds crazy, but my philosophy is that I want to build momentum in sales every single month, where we're doing month over month better than we did the month before. That's how you create, consistent streams of income in business. And that's truly, truly through the use of successful sales funnels. If a product or service can be purchased and delivered while you're sleeping, I would say that's a pretty successful strategy in business, right? And this happens to us all the time. Recently launched a lower price point product. Typically, I sell high dollar private mentor. In this case, I wanted to give my list and my tribe really what they were looking for, something that was available to everyone. And so we primed them up, and we created over $5,000 worth of income from a lower price point product this month. We did that in our sleep. We did that in the weekends, and we invested several hours of time, no more team, just several hours of our time into creating a product which we did once, and then we were able to keep the momentum going through our sales funnel to lead people into the next step. So that $5,000, maybe it wasn't a $40,000 launch, but it can turn into that by keeping people going and nurturing them through a sales funnel process. This is a very different way of thinking. A launch still has a sales funnel, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that. But it's maybe a tighter window of time, and maybe the point of it is to sell a higher dollar program at the end. But quite frankly, because I like to do things a bit differently, I want to go where nobody else is going. And I want you guys to have the opportunity to come with me. So, I just wanted to give you a little taste about what this show is about. I want to make sure I am taking all of your questions on a weekly basis. Oh, so back to resources real quick before I get sidetracked. Amazing resources that we've used to consistently build our business are appointment scheduling tools. Okay, so I use Appointment Core, but there are a variety. Time Trade. Let's see, what other one? Calendly or something I've heard of. People use. I love Appointment Core. It also communicates with our CRM software, which we use Infusionsoft. So that is a content management software, but also an email autoresponder system. If you're just starting out, Infusionsoft could be considered Confusionsoft, and you really do need a team to run the software for you. So my recommendation is to find something free to manage your email list with, right? We always need to be focused on building the list, building relationships, and getting people enrolled in you. You can do that for free just by simply showing up and positioning yourself as the expert every single day and leading people into something, your opt-in, right? Something really incredible, and getting them on your list to nurture those relationships so they can potentially become paid clients. MailChimp is a phenomenal resource that you can use. It's free, and if you have a small email list to start, it's going to do everything you need it to do right off the bat. It's free. Go sign up for a MailChimp account today. If you're a little bit more advanced, you can use Aweber. I hear that they're really great. And then if you really are like killing it, then it's great to make an investment in Infusionsoft. Infusionsoft can actually track, who's clicking on what, who's responding to your emails, who's responding to your links, and give you a clearer idea. So you can split up the path of the next steps and following up. So it is a little bit more complicated, or a lot more complicated, but if you have the financial resources in your business, it's a great investment to make. What else are we using? We use Hootsuite, filling out social media. You can see right now, I'm currently tuning in live with you from Webinar Jam. This is a phenomenal platform that you can use to do live trainings. Also, another option is My Secure Meeting, who is a partner of ours for the Collaborate Conference. And we will be actually shifting over to fully use their software when they're back from Dublin. So that's very exciting. They're a startup company, and I really love to support startups. And what else do we use? We use Google Drives a lot to manage our content, to go back and forth so that it's not wasted time using Microsoft Word or something along those lines. So these are really easy things that you can do to implement in your business to shave hours off of your time. Another one that you can use that we don't, because we custom design and develop everything, because I now have a team to do this for me. But lead funnels is something that people use to create opt-in pages. And then the lead funnel page would integrate into the sponsor system you were using. So upon entering user information and clicking, give it to me now, whatever, sign me up, whatever they click, then you would email them back or send them to a page with a downloadable link for whatever your opt-in is. Make sure, big piece of advice, make sure you are testing things before they're going live, okay? Test, test, test. Have several people test it. You test it yourself, because tech errors can become tech nightmares. And you don't want to lose that, this is your first opportunity to connect with somebody. You want to make sure that everything's working and they're getting what they've opted in for, okay? So this is just a little hint. I'm going to wrap it up now. This was just a little hint of basically what the show is going to be about. We're going to talk about some really fun topics, some topics that maybe nobody else will talk about, because that's kind of how I roll. I will always answer your questions with total transparency. If there's something you want to know about ad budgets, demographics, how long it took me to build this business, whatever it is, please do shout out to me. Join our private Facebook group, Female Entrepreneurs Collaborate. If you're at the early stages of building a business and you need help building your list, which is literally like your hub, your client hub, then please do check out our list builder product. It's $27. It's a steal. It's become hugely popular. You can do so at stephanienikolich.com/list builder. If you want to connect with me personally, find me on Facebook, Stephanie Nikolich. Send me a note. We can totally jam it up. I hope you have a wonderful Monday. I'll be tuning back in with you this Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And until then, let's keep it stylishly successful in stilettos. And I will talk to you soon.